Now we're going to jump in to a little bit about how we think you can take the next step and actually jump into this game of differentiation. And for us, that is through a virtual fitting room. We believe that this ties together all of the different pieces that technology promises the online shopping experience. Everything from garment visualization and creation in an augmented reality world to actually looking at the human or looking at avatars and personalized mannequins in a virtual world, all the way through to size recommendation and also outfit visualization. So we'll talk about all of those pieces now. I'm going to walk us through a couple of things. I'm going to walk us through sort of the end-to-end process a bit, and then we're going to jump into a demonstration of our PictoFit technology just to bring it to life for you as well. And once again, we do talk about this whole piece as when we say end-to-end, we do want to talk about this is from virtual wardrobe to a virtual shopper, to that outfit visualization, to the size recommendation. All of these pieces are important to actually increase that engagement, right? Increase the fun, and also increase that fit or increase that confidence in your shoppers. So the first is all about a simple equation. You have an online shopper, you have your products, and what do you want to do? You want to put them together. And that's what we're talking about. This has been the promise for many years. Lots of technologies are out there that actually take on or tackle one of these pieces, and that's great. But I think it's important that you think about that whole end-to-end experience. The other piece that we want to talk about is how can we be consistent? How can we think about not just the online experience, but even in store? Many shops have shrunk in size. Many shops can't house a full inventory of all of your garments in basically they're all the sizes, all the colors, all the patterns, etc. But imagine a world where your shops could actually shrink in size, but actually your full wardrobe is available to your shoppers through a virtual experience. In this case, we call this our PictoFit mirror. So let's talk about that. The first way is when we talk about this is how do we virtualize or how do we create a digital wardrobe? And there are many ways. For us at Reactive Reality, what we do is we can actually ingest three different things and have the output in either 2D or 3D. So the first is we can transform regular fashion images like ghost mannequin imagery, and we can create virtual assets that way. We can also ingest standard CAD files from many of the name brands that you know and love, if your production process adopts those. And last but not least, as you're seeing in the video on the right, we have our PictoFit Capture Kit, which allows us to take physical garments and take a series of photos, and then out of that create digital garments or a digital wardrobe. So that's how we're solving for a seamless and very low friction process of taking our current wardrobe, in many cases physical, and turning it into this digital wardrobe. The second piece is how do we then actually create the virtual shopper? And we've got two different ways to do that. The first is through what we call is a personalized mannequin. And we allow folks to enter a few key components of their body, height, weight, waist, a few other measurements. And we can then create a body shape of this person so that when they go shopping, when that information is paired with a tech pack or sizing chart of a brand or a retailer, an appropriate or recommended size is provided to them in their virtual fitting room. The second is actually creating a personalized avatar. And we've been able to do this and create a way to do this at scale. So being able to provide a photorealistic version of someone for their shopping experience. So we still want a few key metrics on their body and shape. And we then pair that with, as you can see on the screen, a bit of a video selfie. And now from that, we're going to capture, obviously, their facial features, and we'll get a photorealistic version of their face, as well as their complexion and other key data points.